Sports Chasers Podcast. Coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren. This is a real sports podcast for real fans.
What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct here on our YouTube channels. I figured I'd give the 30-second intro instead of the long intro since we're 5 minutes late. But hey, we're happy to be here. We're happy to be here. Hey, for those that are watching and checking us out on the YouTube side, make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you smash that like button and also share the channel. Those that are listening on the sound of my voice on the podcast side, make sure you definitely give us that 5-star review. And hey, give us some great comments on how we're doing and what we're doing here with the Sports Chasers, man. Hey, a lot to get into tonight. Hey, we're going to talk some Major League Baseball. Shohei Ohtani, he signed a record, like, North American League deal, $700 million contract with the LA Dodgers. We're going to talk about that tonight. NFL Week 15 predictions. What's going on with that? Hey, we got our own NBA insider, our own NBA contributor, Ryan De Souza. He's here with us tonight. He's going to talk some NBA basketball in-season tournament, and he's going to kind of round all that up. Also with the Draymond Green stuff, so I'm pretty sure Ryan has a lot to say with that tonight, and we're absolutely going to join in with him. I'm going to go over the power rankings for hockey tonight in lieu of Dan. Dan's not with us tonight. And hey, we're going to have a good time. It's great to be here. Hey, he was out sick. I use a PTO day for the Sports Chasers, man. I was feeling sick, so if you're out there sick, hey, man, make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you take your vitamin C or whatever you got to do, your energy, and get right so you can get back to doing what you do and that you love. So, hey, without further ado, let's meet the crew. D-Dubs, what's good, man? How are you two tonight, sir? How's it going?
What's up, fam? Everything's good. Yo, Thursday night Sports Chasers Podcast. We here.
Gotcha. And well, we had the DA. I don't know where he went. He got frozen again. I don't know where he went, but I guess he'll be back. Shout out to Ryan. Ryan's with us.
What's up, fellas?
That's good. My main man, Ryan De Souza. He's our NBA contributor, our NBA insider. So he's going to give it to us, talking about the NBA. And hey, my super producer, Junior is behind the boards, making it happen, putting up all the nice graphics and all the nice screens, and
yes, he is
doing what he does the best. Hey, so when DA jumps back on, he'll give us what it says. But hey, let's get right into it. Let's talk about MLB, Major League Baseball. I'm gonna jump right to it. CBS Sports, which is powered by our website, by the way. You make sure you go to the Sports Chasers Podcast, sportschaserspodcast.net website. And hey, you can pull up all sports and some of our latest web podcast episodes. And it's also powered by CBS Sports with the ticker up top. But as I did that plug, let's go to the story here. Shohei Ohtani, his contract, $700 million, and he deferred $680 million towards the end of the deal. Let me get this from Mike Caesar and Dylan Perry from CBS Sports. In the end, Shohei Ohtani landed where most expected him to land. I thought he was going to go to the Dodgers, by the way. Saturday afternoon, Ohtani announced he is signing with the LA Dodgers. The contract terms are staggering: 10 years at $700 million. It is the largest contract in sports history, eclipsing Lionel Messi's $673 million contract with FC Barcelona. Then they give a breakdown of Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, Manny Machado, Francisco Lindor, top 5 salaries here in MLB. What was the smartest thing? And I think this is going to be a precedent, and D does probably agree with me. The unprecedented deferrals originally reported by MLB were detailed Monday and are indeed unprecedented, according to Fabian Ardea of The Athletic. He writes, in an effort to enable the Dodgers to continue spending around steroids, Ohtani, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman, Ohtani agreed to defer all but $2 million of his annual salary, $68 million of his $70 million per year until after the completion of the contract. The deferred money is to be paid out without interest from 2034 to 2043. Just to emphasize and to reframe the key point, Ohtani agreed to defer $680 million of his $700 million dollar deal with the Dodgers. Or they adds that the annual competitive balance tax, the CBT or the luxury tax figure for the Dodgers, is expected to be around $46 million. The CBT is a penalty tax on payrolls at MLB, and it hits teams when they clear certain thresholds. So basically, the LA Dodgers have found a way to circumvent the not the salary cap, but the luxury tax. And this is what you got, and this is what it is. D-Dub, I'll give it to you. Your thoughts on the Shohei Ohtani contract here?
Yeah, but they the crazy thing is they're still playing within the rules, man, because they're able to do such a thing. I don't know if I don't know if anybody else knew about this, but it's in the rules that they can do such a thing. But this is incredible, man. This is like $700 million, man. That's the biggest.
I got some thoughts on that
payout in North American history. I believe they say.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. As we go on, these numbers are getting.
You hate it, D. You may as well say it.
I'm a hater.
Yeah, you may as well.
I'm a hater. I'm a hater. $700 million.
I'm not gonna be here. I
ain't gonna lie.
My peoples, I'm not gonna be in here long tonight. I got these problems and ish. My man D, for the longest I've known him, I will tell you, he doesn't believe in any 10-year baseball contract. So that's the first point when I saw, D-Dub gonna have a problem with this.
Hey, go ahead.
Because we talked about the money for years.
They never age well.
Yeah, but Daryl always says, man, in 10 years.
I ain't even got to speak on it. Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
Man, D, boy, what's my man that played with St. Louis, the Cardinals?
Pujols.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Boy, from day one,
these deals.
D was counting down. Oh boy, look at him now. Look, oh boy, year 2 he ain't playing. Year 3 he ain't doing this. But year 10, year 6 he's on 5 home runs. D. Oh boy, now
yo, man.
Every now and then you get on the street. Go ahead, D.
Hey, it don't never work, man. You ever seen a dude you work with on your job? They give the job give you 12 sick days, and the motherfucker burn it out in February. It's the same shit. You can't give people this type of human nature, bro. Human nature. You can't get. There's certain people, and I'm gonna say there's exceptions to the rules, right? We know that it's never all. But when you give people guaranteed anything, man, please, it never turns out well at all.
I think Shohei will do the best he can for 10 years, but Father Time,
sure, it's undefeated. I don't understand it.
And he already has, and I think Kevin and I talked about this. I don't believe in 10 years he'll be doing one or the other. He won't be doing both. He won't be hitting and pitching in 10 years. If he is a freaking superhero, and I am down with the Shohei Ohtani thing. I'm going over there to meet one of his sisters to have a baby. That's what I'm doing. And I'll tell Ron what I'm doing. Ron, listen, I'm going over to Japan. Right? They're doing that Shohei. I'll tell her everything. I say, I'm going to drop 1, maybe 2.
Well, he definitely he definitely won't be pitching next year because he's coming off a Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, so he's
definitely not. He won't be pitching next year. But you're basically getting 2 superstar players in one. That's why the contract doesn't really bother me. And these franchises know that these contracts don't age well.
No,
but that's the price of business to get a player like that.
But
so they already know already.
Yeah, but it's and like you said, you're right. It's probably like kind of the way an actuarial counts our lives and says, well, if you don't get this many steps a day and you smoke a cigarette, you'll die at this age, and if you don't, you'll die at this age, unless you get hit by a truck or something like that.
But the thing is, if you don't win,
now winning is a different.
What does this shit? What does it mean?
Daryl.
2 players for 1.
Daryl.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
What is the objective of any owner?
The player is to get paid.
Then what's the objective of the owner?
The owner is to get paid
to
as
make
well.
money.
However,
to make money, exactly.
Make a profit.
However, for the fans,
are you? I'm sorry, fan. I'm sorry, fan.
yeah.
Who the fuck asked you what you wanted?
Yo,
I'm telling you that the reality of life is the players are there to get their money. The owners are there to get their money. Administration is there to get their money. And ready, here it comes. Period. There you go. So
yeah,
that's it. Because I'm not saying they're not going to win, because they may win because that kid can play. Like I'm not. There's no game in it. Shohei Ohtani has been the best player in baseball for the last 4 years.
100%.
End of story.
So
what I'm saying to you is that they may still win. Go ahead, Kev. From baseball, they may still win. The team is still good.
Well, that's what I wanted to bring up next. So thank you, Junior. Yeah. Ohtani's 29 years old, right? He's 29 years old. And I've been very critical of the Dodgers of what they have done in the last 10 years, right? They won their division. They won their division every year, pretty much, right? And they've only got one world championship to show for it, and that was the COVID championship that they won
2020.
And they like this year. I thought they was going to go this year. I thought this was a very good team, and Arizona took them out. So, after this, I mean, this is it. They got to win, and they got not only one. It's not being a hot take. They need to be winning some multiple because they push all the chips in.
Right. Well, the thing is with the Dodgers, and they put so much stock into Clayton Kershaw to perform in the playoffs, and he just doesn't do it. And that's the bottom line. The 1 year where he was okay is the year they won, when he was okay, but he gets lit up every playoffs. So when you have your ace getting lit up every playoffs, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Yankees ace that was on the Astros.
Yeah,
he gets lit up every playoff too. And he wins a Cy Young every damn year and gets lit up in the playoffs.
but he was good this year.
The bottom line is, I
got what you're saying.
He's a pitcher. But what happens is when it comes to playoff time, Clayton Kershaw just doesn't perform, and that's why they lose. That's why they lose a lot, because when your ace don't perform. Remember, your aces basically might start in a series, can potentially start 3 games for you.
Correct.
And if they don't perform, then you're gonna need your ancillary your other pitching staff, which you probably don't even have another ace on it. You might, but now you're gonna need them, to perform. So to your point, and remember too, with Ohtani, he also has an opt-out clause.
Yes.
If the owner if the owner leaves or the GM leaves, or the general manager, he can opt out. I'm like, damn, like what is this? Like
it's a very unusual contract, man.
Yeah,
but it's very. I don't think we've ever seen such a contract such as this.
Very player friendly. Go ahead.
Right, and also too, the I don't really understand I obviously he's deferring the payment. Does that mean like how Bobby Bonilla still gets paid from the Mets? Is that how it's gonna be?
So
I know it's going to be. I think it may be better because you're talking about a lot of money with a lot of interest, future value of $1. It could be that $600 something million that he's deferring is going to turn into well over $1 billion by the time it gets to the year. By far, that's just math. Using my calculator, that's just math. Future value of $1. So. I think it's that money.
Got it. So interest accrues.
Yeah, because it accrues on everything, right? So it's either going to be interest accrues or tax accrues. So either one, you pay tax on it now
Got
and don't have to pay taxes on it later, or you don't pay taxes on it now and it accrues more. You pay taxes on it later.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on what type of account he's in, but that's what it is. But
Gotcha.
one thing I did want to say is that if we think about it, right? So they got Ohtani. You're talking about the Dodgers. They kept Kelly, and they got Haywood, Jason Haywood. So I guess they're trying to add some bats. They had the situation with the pitcher that actually wasn't guilty, so they lost a pitcher on out of nowhere, and he was a good pitcher, right? So maybe he was a relief pitcher, and if you have one of those, that's worth its weight in gold, right? If you got a guy that can shut a door, and he could shut a door, right? But now he has no doors. I guess I don't know what his situation is.
D-Dub, I'm about to get the DA right now.
Okay.
DA, you know, in this contract, I don't know if you saw this. Ohtani gets a suite for the duration while he's there.
A suite where
at the stadium.
So he gets to live there?
No, I mean his peoples get to come to the game.
Well, shoot, for that kind of money, yeah.
DA knows why I'm messing with him.
Yeah. Listen, man, I thought he was going to do the real smart thing, like my man. What's your boy name that played for the Cincinnati Bengals? I thought he was going to live there.
Chad.
Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
I'm just going to live here. Why am I?
Why am I spending money? Yeah.
I'm on the saving thing. I'm just going to live right here.
Yeah.
Hey, you going home?
Nope. I'm here.
This is it.
This is my house.
Yeah, do you not hear me cooking that squid back there? That's my house.
On a serious note, though, I mean the Dodgers still have to address some pitching issues, like how Ryan alluded to. Clayton Kershaw, he's not getting any younger. I think, in my opinion, their bats didn't do them in this year. It was the pitching.
Yeah.
Mm.
But it's hard, man, and we talk about this.
Yes.
This is a real thing with these scouts, and we talk about jokingly why teams like Houston, Atlanta always are there. And we used to joke back when we were younger, and Ryan, you're our age, though you don't look it. At the end of every baseball season, we'd sit back and somehow St. Louis would come up with two left-handers out of nowhere, and that will fuel them to a World Series. And you're like, what? Who are these guys? They weren't even here last week. So how does where my Yankees can't pick any pitchers? We can't get none. So the scouting is a real thing. And if the Dodgers don't have it, it's still going to be a problem. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you just got a $700 million guy on your roster.
Yeah, so you got other dudes that have to not get paid anything for you to win. And that's just basically what it is. So, but you will get a lot of eyes, though. You'll pack out that stadium. So there are some things that work for the ownership. Stadium will be packed.
Let me ask you this, and I know this is off not the beaten path, man. What do the Angels do with Mike Trout? I mean, you just lost Ohtani.
Trade him. The Yankees should have had him.
Well, no,
or he'll be with the Phillies. Trade him. Let the dude go. Show the guy some love. You're not going to surround him with players. You've already showed that, man. 10 years you showed you're not going to do it. Let him go, man.
But why? I don't understand, man. Maybe it's just me being
because you can get 8, 9, 10 players for him.
No, not that. It's the point of that you got a guy there and that you're not trying to surround him with.
It just didn't work. They tried for 10 years, Darryl.
I don't think they tried hard enough.
Oh, that's true. They had the years.
Go ahead, Ryan. Ryan.
Also, too, with Mike Trout, man, like that guy's hurt every season, man.
Yeah,
he's hurt every season. He is not. I mean, now he is. Like I want to say the last 3-4 seasons he's been hurt. Like he's missed time. Like, and not like, oh, a stint on the DL. I'm talking about like, like 3 months out of the
Yo,
season he's missed.
you're right. And you're right. As I would go the young people project. I would just start going and getting younger. Look at Arizona. Arizona is maybe a bat or so away, maybe a pitcher away. They could have won it. I like what Texas is doing. I think going the young Baltimore coming up. I mean, so just because they got this $700 million player doesn't mean that I don't know. I mean, they still got Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is still there, right?
Yeah, Mookie's still there. Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Yep.
I mean, that team should be doing work.
They will. Well, I mean, they got close. Close is only good in cigars and something. I mean,
I thought they said some horseshoes and something.
Horseshoes and hand grenades and something else.
But Ohtani's gonna generate so much income for them that it doesn't even matter.
That's a given. Yeah.
That's all they did it for.
Yes.
They can obviously they want to win the World Series, but if they don't, they be like, all right, we didn't win, but we've got Ohtani.
And it's gonna make money. And real quick, Kevin, I know we gotta go, but real quick, when you think about the Angels, right? In Mount Trout, and I've said this, and we joke about it because we always said, and I'm gonna say the name, and people get mad, because I believe these facts to be absolutely true. And Ryan I know you'll jump up and scream, but please don't. Like I would say, listen, there were times when the Lakers in the last few years, if AD got hurt, big hurt, like, hurt. It wasn't but a few weeks later till I knew LeBron was going to be out because he's like, it don't make no sense for me to be here if Deuce's not going to be here. We can't win with just me. And it was the same thing. So I would see Ohtani get hurt. When he gets hurt, Mike Trout gets hurt. But Mike Trout's like, there's no way I can win by myself. I've tried that already. And I'm not saying that these dudes are faking, but I'm saying these dudes are faking.
Or if he's nicked up and can play, he's not gonna push himself to go back and play hurt.
Not playing. Right? So I gotta save myself. My thing is we have to get players as a league with teams that they are going to play for. When I say play for, I mean play for. So, yeah, I love Mike Trout. And I'm telling you, you could get the same old young Mike Trout if you put him in a place where he saw the winning was there. Because when he got to the A's as a youngster, he tried to do that whole motherfucker by himself. Like, for real. He went hard body. Till he couldn't do it no more.
Right.
So, that's all.
Oh, street clothes.
Street clothes and go.
Yeah, when they know they're getting that money like that. Yeah.
Listen, like I said, this is a record-breaking contract. I think this is as I read before, this is the most expensive sports contract in history. Somebody will probably hit $1 billion here in a little bit.
12 sick days. Yeah
12 sick. Yes, Mike. Yeah, we know. Yeah, that's his. We actually had an episode named Street Clothes after AD about 2 years ago. Street clothes, man. But yeah, that's baseball. That's the before we went off the air last week. Sosa. I wanted to say this real quick. Sosa. Juan Soto signed with the Yankees. I don't think we have had a not a announcement or whatever, but and then the Yankees got to sign him. He's still on the contract, but that's the big thing. If the Yankees can sign him, I think the Yankees can get a long-term deal for Soto to stay in the Bronx and hang out.
Right. He's a free agent, right? He's going to be a free agent coming up.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's why they're trying to pound out a deal. So that's why
they
had a announcement, so to speak. So you're going to get his flag, sir. You're going to get his flag.
Come on, man. Golly, G. Street life.
Yeah,
It's
he's
the
definitely gonna
only
do.
guy.
Yeah, thank you. Somebody muted him. Thank you, producer.
Cut his mic off. This dude.
Yo, bro. Let me move on to the NHL Power Rankings, man. The NHL Power Rankings, according to CBS, one more time. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you also, if you want to email us at the sportschaserspodcast.net if you want to holler at us. Also, subscribe to if you want to subscribe. Hey, we write journalistic pieces on this podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the website. Go to sportschasers podcast.net. We'll put it on the screen here in a little bit. If you should want to get some of these journalistic pieces. So not only do we talk about sports, but we also write about it in a very elegant and professional manner, in a very journalistic way where you can consume it and enjoy it at your leisure. So let me move on.
I just wrote a joint with no curses.
Yeah. He actually wrote 2. I should check him out. Yes, check out the DA. Yes, he's definitely a poet with that pen. Poet.
Oh God.
Let me move on. The DA is my man. I'm glad his son muted his mic. Let me move on. The power rankings according to CBS. You got the Bruins. They're number 1. They're 18-5-4. They moved up 2 spots ahead of the Kings and the Rangers. The Rangers, my New York Rangers, are number 2. Hey, Jonathan Quick is playing out of his mind. He has not lost a game since he's been playing with the Rangers in net. And Igor I can't never say my goal. Shesterkin. He's having some troubles, man. But every time Quick is in the net for the Rangers, hey man, he hasn't lost yet. So we'll see. We're
not going to make a move on that, but yeah, it's something that we have to keep an eye on.
For sure. The LA Kings, they're number 3. They're number 3, 16-6-4 as of yesterday. The Golden Knights, the world champs, they're 20-5. The Vancouver Canucks are 19-9-1. A good story about that. The Canucks are playing the Panthers tonight, the Florida Panthers, and the Canucks are retiring former goalie Roberto Luongo. I believe Luongo played also for the Canucks and the Florida Panthers, so they're retiring his number tonight. I believe that game is at 10 Eastern for all you hockey folks out there. Check it out, man. And speaking of the aforementioned Florida Panthers, the Panthers are number 6. They're 17-9-2. The Winnipeg Jets are 17-9-2. The Dallas Stars are 16-8-3. Number 9, the Colorado Avalanche are 18-9-2. Dan, the hockey dude's favorite team, the Toronto Maple Leafs are 15-6-5. The Philadelphia Flyers, surprisingly, are up 3 spots. They're playing good hockey. They're 15-10-3. The Carolina Hurricanes are number 12. They are 15-12-1. The Edmonton Oilers, they're 13-12-1. Red Wings, they're playing some good hockey also. Surprisingly, they're 15-9-4. And the Tampa Bay Lightning, they are 13-12-5. The Devils are 16. Capitals are 17. I'll get to that real quick. 17. Predators are 18. Islanders are 19. The Wild are 20. And there's no need for me to read the rest. Dan will pick up where I picked up from because I'm not the hockey guy. I know some hockey, but Dan, he's the expert, and I cannot never ever fill his shoes. Did anybody, before I move on to the NBA, kind of it goes with this. Anybody here where the Washington Wizards and the Washington Capitals, they look like they're gonna be moving to Alexandria, Virginia? They're gonna be moving them.
Yeah,
right across the Potomac into to the Commonwealth of Virginia. I was like, wow.
They could see them right across the way.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting, man. This is another on
this show we talk about sports business, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just another thing, just like how was it OKC? I see the $900 million.
They're gonna
taxes.
build a new arena for.
Yeah, they're gonna build a new. Ain't nowhere in the world, man. If I lived in the city, I would be like, no way. I'm not. No, there's no need. Bye.
Well, they're going to get the taxes, and they're going to build it over there for them. We have to figure out what I always think about is what happens to the old arena. What do they do? Just go to the supermarket. Like what happens? Because the same fans will be coming because like it is literally right across the street. So it's the DMV it's right there. So
I think they already got it built, right, Kevin? I think if I last the place is already built.
No.
They're going to build it.
They want to build it, and it's right. Okay. It's right across the Potomac. I saw it yesterday, and I was like, "Wow, arenas. What is it? 20-year deal, and that's it."
Yeah,
20-year deal.
And but the weird thing is, like, the Capitals are a winning team, but the
Wizards are awful. Have you?
Yeah,
they are awful.
I know we're going to the NBA next year, but they're awful and not trying.
Well, I don't know
anything other than awful. Like
Wizards or Detroit. Detroit's lost like 40 in a row, something like that.
I think Detroit, believe it or not, as funny as it sounds, they got the coach to move them in the right direction. It's just not happening. It may not happen. I don't know.
Do they though?
They stink.
Do they really have the coach?
At least I thought they did. I thought they did. I thought
we're in the NBA.
I thought they did, but because they got some players, and I'm not sure if he knows what to do with them, or if they know what to do themselves. They're confusing.
Because remember when he got fired from Phoenix, he was like, I gotta take some time off. I'm a little he said he's a little burnt out, and then Detroit gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. I don't think he wants to be on the sidelines, man, to be honest with you.
Okay. He could be Phil Jackson, right? Where Phil didn't want to be with the Knicks.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Like I said, I was replying. He could be Phil Jackson, where Phil didn't really want to take the job with the Knicks, but they just kept throwing mills at him. He's like, all right.
You got me. You got me.
I'm coming. You talking to your wife. I'm not going. All right. I'm on the way. So he may not necessarily want to be there. And you could be right because he was a good coach in Phoenix and in New Orleans and as an assistant, and everybody raved about that man as far as coaching prowess and his relationship with players. And like you got Cade, you got the other kid Isley. They got dudes, and I'm just not sure.
Ivy.
So thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. They got Durant. They got what they're lacking is veteran leadership. For instance, Houston and Detroit basically had the same amount of draft picks, but what Houston did, they went and overspent and got Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
They went and overspent and got Dylan Brooks. Yeah. And they went and got a champion in Jeff Green, who just won a championship with Denver. And now look at what Houston's doing. Yeah, Houston went from being the worst defensive team in the league to a top 5 defense.
And
overnight.
And I think if we go back, it's funny you say that, Ryan. If we go back in our show, I'm almost sure there's you and I said that the end of last season, based upon how athletic that team was.
Right.
We felt that defensively, if anything, they would be able to do that, right? Because they physically, so in Duca we knew that the coach was going to come in here preaching that.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the physical prowess of the guys that they had, those kids jumped out the gym and they ran up and down the court like it wasn't anything. So,
right. And with Houston, they have a common figure with Sengun who can play in the post. He plays like a like Joker 2.0, but you know what I mean? So they have a good balance. They'll have Jalen Green, who's very inconsistent at the moment, but Jalen Green can score. You know what I'm saying? And then you have guys like Tari Eason, Jabari Smith, Dylan Brooks, who are playing defense. Mm-hmm. So you have a good balance of talent that's accumulated there. And then Ime has that good balance of where he's a player's coach, but you scared of his ass. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
That's why I told you, man, get your bitch ass up out of here.
Right.
Oh, you better be careful with that word. You better be careful with that word like that.
Right. So Ime Udoka has that balance where he's played in the league before. So one, he's a former player. He's coming up from under Pop. He goes to Boston. They go to the championship his first season. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he got caught up with the mistress or whatever. Okay, whatever. But the dude can coach, man. Like like I said, that balance of, man, he's a player's coach. He's been through it. But man, I don't want to. I can't mess around. You know what I'm saying? Like, with Silas, the former coach. Nobody feared him. Yeah. You have to have a fear for your coach.
No, and they respect Silas.
Absolutely, yeah. They didn't respect him. Nah, you have to have, yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm as a Rockets fan, I'm ecstatic of what I'm seeing. I can't be any happier.
I think they're going to do very, very well. So very well.
Ryan, let's move on because you didn't get an opportunity to come on last night. Well, we both did.
Right.
We went to the fair, the thing last weekend. Let's get to the NBA in-season tournament. Your thoughts?
Oh man,
break it down. What we got?
Okay, so remember one of the other times when I came on, I was talking about the tournament, and I said, guys, you got to be progressive, think ahead. And I love the idea of the tournament, right? Because clown me or not, it was a huge success in the WNBA. All right, because they adopted it. I know. But what I'm saying is, what happened with the in-season tournament, when you had your superstars taking it seriously, then everybody else got to fall in line. LeBron, you could tell, wanted it. Whether it was the first one, it was something else that he can put on his mantle. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that he wanted it. And not only that, it gave franchises like the Indiana Pacers, who, nobody don't think they're going to win a championship. It gave them something to shoot at. You know what I mean? So you had a mix of veteran teams and young teams trying to compete for something. And one thing about professional athletes, or just athletes, or people who are competitive, they want to win anything. You say, hey, this is up for grabs. Well, let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? So they're just competitive people to begin with. It was a huge success. The ratings were great. I love the court. I just thought it was a great idea. It adds spice to the regular season. So yeah, I thought it was a huge success.
Ryan. So this was a money grab, right? Let's keep this now. We talking nuts, right? This is a money grab, right? So like you said this. Now this is your words.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get some attention before Christmas, because they usually
correct
NBA, but I believe that.
And real quick to your point about being a money grab, the new CBA is the new network deals are coming. So that's just something to add to the spice that the networks are going to see, and now they're going to up the price with the new network money. That's going to bring So it's
add some jerk seasoning to the NBA, literally jerk seasoning to the NBA, right? So now we got that done. Now let's go back to my math, because this is where my problems lie.
Right.
And how do we ensure that what was done is on the up and up, right? So, because I've been trying to figure this out. I got my abacus and my math theorems and all kind of formulas on the wall. I feel like I'm a freaking retard sometimes. So we have this season of 82 games, right? And then we're going to have this in-season tournament of the 82 within the 82 games.
Correct.
So what we're doing is we're just pulling random games, right, between X amount of teams.
It's not random. It's they know what games they want.
Okay, so that's even worse. So you know the games you know the games you want.
Your argument's not looking too good, man, because it was a huge success.
I am not saying it. I'm not saying it's not. Man,
Right.
what I'm arguing is I don't understand, and I just need to understand. That's all.
Okay. All
I'm not
right.
saying that yeah, that's it.
So
The Lakers won. What I was trying to understand, what I'm trying to understand is
mhm.
at what point in time did the league say, okay, these teams are going to have to be in Vegas now because they're going to have to be in the semifinals and the finals, and so you make it to that point, and then whatever game you had, wherever you were playing, right? Because so let's say this, okay? This may throw me off, but listen real quick, and I don't want to go too far into this, man, because I am on drugs.
I have the rebuttals for you. Go ahead.
I am on drugs, and I'm on drugs.
No, he's not on drugs. He's on prescribed medication.
Yes, prescribed medication. We're in America, everyone, and we're grown folks. I'm sorry, I'm not here smoking no cracks. You know, I had a knee replacement last week, so I got a foreign piece of my body, and I'm just trying to get it right.
Got
right?
you, D.
Listen, what I'm
right.
saying is this. We have a bunch of games, right? So we have the first month of the season, right? And let's just say for our listeners and folks watching, there are 4 teams here. You have the Knicks, the New Jersey Nets, Darryl. I'm the Sports Chasers from Carolina, and you're the Florida Heat Misers. We already have our games picked up that we're going to be in, right? But we're going to be in the tournament. When the tournament was first started, was the tournament open to every team, or did some teams say they didn't want to be in the tournament?
No, everybody's in the tournament.
Okay, cool.
So remember, there's 30 teams, right?
Yes.
And there's six divisions, just say, of 5 teams, right?
Yes.
So okay, so what happens? All right, it's group stage. It's like soccer. It's like the World Cup. You play your group, and then you have a knockout stage, and then you get to the final 4, then you get to the final 2, then you play the championship. So basically you're playing within the 82 game season. All right. So I don't know if you noticed, right, but when it was like the final 8 teams, okay, there's a 2-week window where they have to reschedule the games, okay, right, just and that's to make the schedule work. So they figured out
of games.
Yeah, it's like a flex schedule, right? Okay. So of 2 games, a flex schedule for each team for 2 games who did not make it. So just in case you made it further into the tournament, you wouldn't have, your schedule is not already set, because they couldn't set a schedule unless they knew who was advancing in the in-season tournament. So it was basically brilliant the way they did it, in my opinion.
No, I got it now, because Darryl and I were trying to figure out how the heck did they know, but they had the flex, and I knew they had the flex schedule. So
for a week, you didn't know who you were playing within those couple of games. Like, for instance, to go back to the Rockets, okay, the Rockets had to play Denver again and another team again to make it work. So it was within their 82 game schedule, and now the only game that's not doesn't count was the championship game. So Indiana and the Lakers are in the championship game. That doesn't count towards their regular season record.
That doesn't count, right? I did hear that.
The championship game does not count.
Ryan, let me ask you this. This. So we all know the Lakers won. They beat Indiana by 13, 14 points on Saturday night.
Absolutely.
This thought,
great atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a great atmosphere, and you just lead it right up to my question. Would you, because the Lakers are, if I'm reading this wrong or hearing this wrong, the Lakers say they're going to raise this in-season tournament banner. Your thoughts on that?
Doesn't bother me at all. It's when we're saying raising the banner, man, it's not like we're raising the championship banner. It's not going to be that kind of hoopla. It's just going to be it's going to be a little banner in in the Raptors. You know, it's just something for teams to shoot at in the regular season. I have no problem with them raising that banner, that particular banner for that particular in-season tournament part of the season. That's all it is. It's not comparable to winning the championship. We all know that. We gotta be able to be progressive and compartmentalize what's going on here. So and that's it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I believe
like I said, like I said, the only way this works is if your superstars buy in, and all of the superstars bought in.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
So it's a success. If the superstars are not buying in, it's gonna fail. But when LeBron, and I gotta give LeBron credit for that, you can tell he wanted to win this, and they went 7-0, and they won the in-season tournament.
Shout out to all those that are watching, to Debbie, to Mike, to Dan, and Mr. Jason Eddy. Hey, Jason Eddy, I'll put it on the screen. He says here, Ryan, hey, I'm a Laker fan, and this banner is weak. If they raise it for the season and take it down next year, then I'll allow it.
Jason Eddy hold on, Ryan. Jason Eddy is absolutely correct. Let me tell you something. This is nothing more than hey, remember you go to work and they say, hey, you got the attendance record for coming to work every day.
Guys.
Ryan,
you got another difference. Nobody is saying that they're the world championships. They're just the in-season tournament championship. Why is that so hard? If they want to raise a banner for that, fine. You still got to show up at the end of the season, and you got to bring it into playoffs, and then you will have your champion.
So tell me, why can't they do this for the regular season and show up for the regular season? Why do we need a champ? Why do we need an in-season tournament? And you could just show up. And if your superstars buy in for the regular season, what are we doing?
You don't need it.
This is money grab.
Exactly. You don't need it, but it's a money grab, and you can't say it wasn't a success, because it was. So
no. The ratings was up. I see the ratings was up. You know.
Yeah. So
the money grab is there.
And the money grab is there because they have the new studio right deals are coming. People, they're going to have a bidding war for the NBA coming up.
Yes, sir.
And it worked to perfection.
I agree.
What I mean, listen, we all know what it is. It's not the champion. We know that. But why we can't have fun during the regular season and be like, oh, okay, and not only that, for the teams who don't have a chance to win the championship. Nobody thought Indiana was gonna, have a chance to be, nobody was talking Indiana being one of like the favorites. But now with Indiana running this in in-season tournament, it was kind of cool seeing the one and done knockout like a March Madness type of feel. It was excellent, man. It was excellent. It's not gonna take away from whoever wins the championship. It's not gonna take away from that, because we all know that's the real championship. But we gotta be able to be like, okay, I know what this is and I know what that is. It's not a matter of, okay, you're raising this banner, so I mean, come on.
I think
I'm just an old ass hater. That's all.
Right. That's what y'all sound like.
I'm an old ass hater. I'm cool with it.
We have to also ensure that the guys on television that are doing these games, don't downplay the regular season so much, or don't downplay this, because in certain terms, in certain games, and I've watched them, they're like, this is just a tournament inside the season, and and they're kind of downplaying it, and I'm like, well, listen, it's still a game within the regular season, so you want to win all the games you play during the season, or they don't really care because they made the tournament already, so they don't really have to go hard. And you hear that, and it's like, no, but it's still a game within the regular season.
Right.
Is this not still a game? So when you hear that, and I'm just talking about the color guys on games that you watch, you hear them saying this, and I think it throws off a really weird message. It's like, what do you mean? Like, what exactly do you mean? Do you mean that they shouldn't be taking this seriously, or they should be taking this seriously? Like, which one is it? Which one are we doing?
Well, let me.
It counts towards your record, so it should be taken serious.
That's what I would assume, but
right.
Not if you hear the way some of these guys talk, like, okay, well, you've already clinched your spot in the tournament, so you don't have to do blah blah blah. Or you
but the team who was getting their ass kicked in the in-season tournament group play, they're gonna poo-poo it because now they can't win it. So they're gonna poo-poo it.
Yeah, well, but this is TV people saying it, saying it.
So let me get into this. Let me jump in here real quick. So Ryan, the in-season tournament champ, right? I mean, we call it right. They just win the tournament, right? That's it, right? There's nothing going nothing postseason.
No, as of now, it's just that everybody gets $500,000, and that means a lot to a two-way player that's on the roster. You know what I'm saying? So now they get $500,000. The coaches get $500,000. Let me tell you, man. Like I always said, everybody say, "Oh, what's $500,000 to these NBA players?" There's one thing that rich people like more, and that's to make more money. Oh, yeah. And if you're already playing and it already counts against your regular season record, what's going to happen is it's going to bring out competition, and that's exactly what it did. Period.
So let me ask you this follow-up question.
Right,
would you, NBA guy, would you have a problem if Adam Silver and the powers that be, they would go and say, hey, next year, whoever wins the in-season tournament, you get an automatic playoff spot?
They're talking about that.
That's why I asked you that.
They're talking about that. Yes,
then
go ahead.
You know what?
I mean,
right. I'm not gonna say.
Look, I mean, like, okay, because
it would have to be some. Let me just back that up. It would absolutely have to be some kind of parameters and some bumper guards around there, right? Because you win the in-season tournament and they don't do nothing the rest of the year, so they would have to do something. But go ahead.
I mean, right? They would probably have to. I don't know. They would do, but they're or something like that. I know it's a one thing they didn't really like. That one thing about the in-season tournament that a lot of people didn't like was the points, where the tiebreaker for the points, and people were like, showing up other teams and blowing them out. I'm like, I don't care about you getting blown out. Whose rule was it to say that, hey, once we get up, we can't blow you out no more, or we can't keep playing to the last whistle? Why we can't in the last 2 minutes? Why we gotta take our foot off the gas? These are grown ass men making millions of dollars. Beat their ass every minute of the game. I don't mind. I didn't mind that whole point differential. People were complaining about that. Oh, they were beating. They were trying to beat us by more than 20. Who cares?
I choose violence.
Wait a minute. So we talking about?
Go ahead, D. Dub.
A 2-22 team that maybe could get hot, wins the tournament, they get an automatic bid. The Detroit Pistons.
I mean,
bro, the Detroit Pistons are not. They can't even win one game. How they gonna win 7?
Oh no! You ain't gonna tell me that. You ain't gonna tell me that. You can't have it both ways, bro. If you talk about an end season, you said end season tournament, and this is for fun, and this is fun, and this is nice, and this is fun. Why can't they go get hot and just run off of 5 to 6 games, 9 games, and get in and win the tournament?
Who? A crappy team? Who can't? Who's on a 20 game losing streak? What are you talking about?
What am I talking about? I mean, Indiana's fifth in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they're fifth. That's a playoff team. We're not talking about
that's a playoff team. But check this out. You fifth ranked team. They ain't going nowhere.
Why not? What do you mean a fifth ranked team ain't going nowhere?
Yo,
what was the Heat? The Heat was an 8th seed and went to the championship.
That was just recent here. Okay, cool. But 9 times out of 10, the 8th seed team ain't going nowhere. Ryan, you know that. Come on.
Okay, then why you bring up the Detroit Pistons?
Because I'm talking about the in-season tournament.
A team that-
tournament.
I think-
If they get hot, and they get hot, that's all I'm saying. If they get hot and run off some 9 games, they win the tournament. If they win the tournament, you mean to tell me that they could get an automatic bid?
Yes, if that's the rules, that's the rules. Yeah, they get the automatic bid.
Okay.
Let me ask you. Hold on.
I think there'll be some guidelines around.
Yeah,
who gets into the playoffs.
Right.
I'm hope so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be like, you already have to be a playoff team in order to get that automatic bid if you want a season tournament. But I'm also pretty sure a team that's on the bottom is not going to get hot and win 7 games.
I just think that
pretty sure that
if the NBA is going to do something like this, right, they need to have something where
they're going to do something to cover themselves.
Yeah, I think if we got the teams that won the first quarter of the season.
Oh, but you don't say nothing during the NCAA tournament.
Because you can't do that
with the automatic bid.
Yeah, well, because the kids, there's only one tournament. So those kids only got one shot in, and that don't usually work, right? So for the NBA, I say, if you win the first part of the first part of the season, that's one tournament. You get a chip.
Mm-hmm.
Then the middle of the season, you get a chip right before the All-Star game. Then after that, you get a chip, and then you get one for the last portion of the season, the best playing team, and you get a chip. And those are 4 spots that will automatically be played for, and they'll be in the championship round. The other ones will be the winners of the divisions, right? And if it happens to be a situation where it's both, so the Lakers are say Seattle, the new Seattle team that comes in, they're the best team in the West, and they won the fourth or the last tournament of the year, and they won it. Then they just get extra points going into that tournament, like a hockey team would. So
I think you guys talked about that last week a little bit. I think we talked about it off air. Let me just jump in here real quick. Yeah, they absolutely would have to put, as I made this here, they would have to
perimeters.
Put some bumper guards and some stuff up here, because that would be very, very crazy. And D-Dub, I mean, I hear what you're saying, man. Yeah, nothing is out the realm of possibility. Cats get hot and they win.
Listen, I understand what D-Dub is saying, but don't use the worst team in the league. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I gotta be dramatic, dog. Come on, bro. I gotta take it over the top, bro. Come on. Okay. All right. I'll take his Phoenix. Well, Phoenix is 13-11. All right. The Clippers 13-10. I mean, they AC. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man.
I got you.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be some parameters around it.
Absolutely,
for that to happen, man. I was like,
I got what you're saying.
It would drive me crazy.
I thank you much, Ryan, for kind of explaining it to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was the old guy hating, because to me, I'm like, okay, you won this championship, but you're not. You're celebrating.
No, it's not a champ. It's not a championship. It's just the in-season tournament cup. It's not a championship.
So you won your cup.
What would Kobe think?
Right? Listen, I'm saying you won your cup.
I mean, what? You know what Kobe would think? Kobe's competitive as hell. Kobe would try to win this shit because he doesn't like to lose anything. Jordan, everybody always say, "Oh, Jordan doesn't. He wants to win everything. He wants to win and playing pennies or whatever the hell he plays."
Oh yeah, he's ruthless on the golf course. Absolutely.
He would want to win that. He would want to win that too. They're competitive beings, man. Yeah, they want to win.
What I was saying was that this is the only thing that got me. I'm used to celebrating winners, right? And they, whoever won the tournament,
right?
They won that tournament. But to look in the standings of your league, and you're still in 7th, you're not even the first 5 best teams in your division. So it kind of makes it, to me, empty as, your 7th ranked team on your side. And that's what I was saying. And I
Again,
understand that now you can get confidence, and maybe AD gains confidence from it, and he plays.
AD was amazing.
He plays well from it. And he continues because, like I said, he just doesn't play well that game. Like, I need him to go do that and not get stomped on by Embiid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need him to go play well against Embiid and then go play well against Joker, and not get smacked up by this guy and that guy. I need him to go do that. But whether they won this or not, I would have asked for that, anyway, from a
right.
Speaking of smack.
Yeah.
So,
again, I'm going to go back to the point. We got to compartmentalize of what it is. Okay, right. It's just an in-season tournament, and you get a cup, man. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just to add more spice to the regular season. Don't overthink it. Don't over critique it. Oh, the fifth team in the conference won the cup. I mean, so what? So what? You still gotta lace them up come April and win and win 4 rounds and win the championship. It's just to add spice, and it's also add spice because we all hate the load management. We all hate them not playing hard. And what this thing did, it made these motherfuckers. Oh, excuse me. It made them. It made them hard.
And some of them did. You're doggone right about that.
Yeah. I gotta give credit to Anthony Davis. He's been playing his butt off for the last couple of weeks.
2 points. So yeah, man. Ryan, let's get into the other topic that's Draymond Green. Your thoughts, what's going on with Draymond Green? You the league suspended him, I believe, today indefinitely. That was the thing.
Right.
I don't know what that means. Joe Dumars, he's the czar of discipline for the NBA. Your thoughts, what's your take on Draymond Green and his stuff, his antics, what he's been doing? Go ahead, Brian.
Right. So the indefinite suspension, I thought it was a way for the league to be like, okay, we're gonna say indefinite because I don't think it was gonna please anybody if they came out with a number. Somebody was gonna complain about the number being too much. So the one thing that everybody can agree on is that Draymond was dead ass wrong.
100%.
Whether, you know what I'm saying? So that, I mean, not so there's some type of punishment that's coming. All right. If you would have gave him 10 games, somebody would have been like, damn, that's too much. Damn, that's not enough. You say indefinite, and then indefinite could be the whole season, guys. We don't know.
It could be, and it can be not.
It deserves that, but
I don't think so neither. I don't think he deserves that. But what they're saying is, okay, you know what I'm saying? You can't come out and stomp on Sabonis's chest and then choke out the other guy. And choke him out, and then you get suspended. Only 5 games for that. He should have got more than that.
Should have been more than that.
After you get suspended, he's like, well, I'm just gonna be the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, there's no accountability with this guy. No accountability. All right, and he's basically telling the NBA, do what I want and suspend me for 5 games. Now to him, I think it kind of messes with Draymond in a sense that it's a definite suspension because now there's nothing for him to shoot for. Okay, like it's a 5 game. Oh, I'll be back in 5 games. Now with this, he's got to check all the boxes. And I don't know if it's go to counseling or whatever, but now he
still gets to practice though,
being held accountable.
Yeah,
he still gets to practice. But who I blame for all of this?
Go ahead.
I blame Steve Kerr
Yes,
for
say
this.
it, man. Say
I
it,
blame Steve Kerr. I blame
The other general manager.
the other and that's why he left, bro. The rumor is that the general manager who's now on the ESPN broadcast, whatever his name is, I forgot his name. He wanted to get rid of Draymond, and they're like, "Nah, I blame Steph, and I blame Clay, because Steph and Clay, they basically
Co-sign.
They love Draymond because Draymond protects them, and he does. They came in together, they won together. But at some point, Steph has to be held accountable too, because he's the face of the franchise. Under your watch, why is this always happening with this dude under your watch?
And so-called leader.
And so-called leader. If this was LeBron, they'll kill LeBron for this.
That's a fact. Now I agree with you on that one. Now
it's a whole fact, Ryan. And listen, I am so glad you said what you said, because you know what? I listened a little bit today, and you know, some of the legacy media people, they wasn't willing to say what you were saying, what we're saying. I was like, right, yeah, it's Golden State's problem, and they created this monster, and they have never ever dealt with it. And you even dug a little bit deeper, saying that, hey, Curry, he's the face of the franchise, the leader, and don't check your man.
Go and check him, like, yeah, exactly.
Go get your man. Go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry.
No. Great points, Kev. And again, right? You know what I'm saying? Like with Steve Kerr, he can check every other team's player. He checked Dylan Brooks. Oh, Dylan Brooks broke the code. Or when Boston's point guard Marcus Smart dove for the ball and accidentally rolled on Steph's ankle. Oh, you can't do that. But dog, he never checked. Like even up to the night when Draymond slapped dude, up to the night, he came out and said, "Oh, I didn't see the replay. I have no comment." What?
Oh,
what do you mean you have no comment?
Steve Kerr also talks about gun control, but
exactly.
He don't talk about Draymond. No. Oh, okay.
Listen to what I'm saying, man. What I'm saying is this, Ryan.
Yeah,
you are 100% correct, man. It's a failure, and they say this with the NCAA, right? It's an institutional failure, right? So if it was a college, it would be, whatever the school is that this guy was at, everybody's wrong, right?
Right.
Everybody up and down has either one co-signed it, been a witness to it, and three has done nothing to reprimand this man. So whatever he does, it's all good for him.
Right.
Regardless of what the referees say to him, it is all good, for him, to him. So what has to happen is that there has to be a change made, not just at the league level, because the league has to do what it does, right? And that's these games here. I still think this was done in a soft manner, but the reality is, we don't know exactly how many games it is, but the conversation will be, we'll get him back in soon where it doesn't hurt Golden State so much.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
John Morant didn't have a victim per se, right?
25.
What? How much did he get?
25.
25.
I'm just saying. This guy's a repeat offender. He's doing this stuff.
And he's telling you he's a repeat offender.
And he's telling you he's a repeat offender. So he might need to get that and more.
And not only that, Kev, he comes out and says to people, "I'm not going to change." Just blatantly says it. "I'm not going to change. I'm gonna be the same old Draymond." One thing about the league, and this is what I know for sure, right? The league will put up with your antics, right, until you can't play no more. And when your game goes down, they're not gonna put up with that. John Morant is around because John Morant is a stud, and so he's gonna have a longer leash.
Yep.
Than what Draymond's gonna have. The only people that's giving Draymond this leash now is the Golden State Warriors. Man, they created this monster, and now they can't control the monster.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he punched Poole in the face. He didn't even get suspended one game.
Not one game.
Well, he shouldn't have, because I gotta get with that one. Not because I agree with why he punched Poole, because that should have never been out. That was
but it got out. But it got out.
But it did get out. Yeah. So I guess that the NBA should deal with it in that way.
That's a violation.
No, the team should have dealt with it. The team,
right?
This is where I'm getting to.
Yeah.
Right. With that one, the team wasn't going to do nothing, so you can't have the NBA doing nothing, because the team would have. If that tape never got out, they wouldn't.
Right. Right.
Oh, Jordan Poole walked into a wall.
Well, the NBA came out and made a statement when that happened. It says we're going to let Golden State self give themselves exactly. We're gonna let them come up with a punishment because they were at practice. If it was a game, then yeah, they could interlude. I'm like, what difference does that make? I mean, it's still the NBA. Like,
I hear what they're saying, but it got out, and the NBA should have. If Golden State didn't do anything, the NBA should have absolutely stepped in and did something and be like, "Hey, man, this is conduct. It's conduct unbecoming," and probably just laid him out for a couple of games, whatever it is. Because it got out, you know about it, and y'all want to protect. Well, that's another league, right? Protect the shield. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. So I don't know. Like we've been saying, we've been beating this horse to death. The Golden State Warriors, it's their problem. They created this problem with Draymond Green.
Absolutely.
And this is where we're at. And they said indefinitely that might be good, bad, and indifferent. And I don't know. I ain't got no.
Well, and since Golden State ain't going to handle their business, the NBA it's going to handle it for them. So I mean, it's too much now.
Mm-hmm.
It's out of control.
If you was Joe Dumars, if you was sitting right there on 630 Park Avenue tonight in your office, and you're the czar over discipline, this came to you again.
Oh, I already told you, bro. That's see, I say 55. He would have got 55 because he should have got something from the last one.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? So now my punishment is going to be harsher, right? Everybody going to look at me like I'm crazy now, right? No, because it's past stuff. This guy is a habitual line stepper.
Correct. Enhanced charges.
Exactly. So I'm the black and white guy. Oh, I'm sorry. It is what it is.
On this show, you are
Yes,
hard liner, boy. Corey Brown, shout out to Corey Brown. He said 20. They say you ODing over here for 50.
Yeah. 55, my G. Yo, nah, man, because he's out of control, man. Now, if we want to really talk about, I know everybody loves Draymond, and and I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but again, enough is enough. You're going to have to enforce something on this guy in order for him to recognize what he's doing wrong. And 55 games might be an OD, but guess what? I bet you will wake his ass up.
Because what's going to happen?
That money will wake that ass up, though. Go ahead, Ryan.
Because what's going to happen if you don't do something now, right? What's it going to take him to really hurt somebody, dude? What I mean, if you when he stepped in Sabonis' chest, crack something, or I mean, a rib could be cracked very easily, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so that man got to lose money, or lose time. Nobody thinks about none of that stuff.
Right. Like everybody's making. A lot of people want to make. Oh, let's help Draymond. Draymond's not the victim. The victim are the ones that he's doing this to.
Thank you.
Exactly.
What the fuck we helping him do?
Exactly. What help him do what?
Immediately it went to mental health. I say,
no, he's the high
mental. It immediately went to mental health. Soon as he slapped the dude, it went to he needs help.
He's a typical bully that doesn't like to be bullied.
So we got in the comments. I love. Hey, shout out to everyone. Last one y'all in the comments. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Listen. Jason Edison. So basically suspended for the season. Nah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm good with that.
And, bro, he's a player. Rodman headbutted a ref. Only got 6 games.
A long time ago.
Oh, that was back then, sir. I can't help you. You know. What they said, Ryan, what you said, it changed. Things changed.
Things, bro. I mean,
we got to evolve.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a one-off, man. This guy's
it's not a one-off. Yes.
The guy's literally coming back off a 5-game suspension where he should have got way more already, and he just like
homie been suspended 3 times, 4 times in a calendar year. What are we talking about?
And then out the precinct with a blunt in his mouth,
right? And then
the precinct, and then his the cop.
Correct. And then his explanation was even more ridiculous. Talking about he was holding me. I mean, the man was barely even touching you, bro. He was pushing your ass out of the play, sunning your ass, and then pause, and then you couldn't do nothing with the dude. So you try to get him up off of you, and
he slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And then didn't even say, "Yo, my bad." So that's what he didn't.
And then the man said, "I'm just trying to draw the foul." Who tries to draw a foul like that?
I do.
Yo, man, I'm done. I'm done with Draymond.
I was trying to sell the foul. Sell what foul, dog? You slapped the shit out of the man.
What's man. Mr. C say, D?
What's up?
Your man, Mr. C said, "Yo, this is how I do.
This is what I do."
Hey, y'all leave Mr. C alone, bro.
No, Stephen A. That's what I do.
That's what I do.
That's what I do.
That's what I do. Yo, real quick, because I know we're going hard on this. Let me jump into some the power rankings of the NBA. And,
go ahead, man.
Real quick. Agree. Everybody just thumbs up and thumbs down real quick. Minnesota Timberwolves. This is tier 1. They're the title contender tier right now. Timberwolves. Everybody down with that?
Yeah, that's cool.
I gotta say that. You're right. Hey, they're number 1. You can't deny them that right now.
17-5.
Yeah. Number 2 would be the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
Tier 1 contenders.
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Tier 1 contenders. And okay, all right. If you don't have them, that's fine.
That defense suspect, man.
Okay, good. That's a good reason. And the Denver Nuggets is tier 4. The last
tier
team,
4.
The last team in tier 1.
Okay, so there's 4 teams in tier 1.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Minnesota, Boston, Milwaukee,
Milwaukee, and Denver.
Yeah. At this present time.
Right.
On the brink of contention, they have Oklahoma City, which is 5, and the Philadelphia 76ers, which are 6.
Right.
Tier 3 playoff teams, Orlando Magic.
They having a good season.
Lakers, yeah, they playing hard too.
They're playing really hard.
They are not taking their foot off of your neck either. They're going extremely hard at dudes. Phoenix Suns, who I don't know if that's ever going to work out, but we'll see. I got a chance to watch the Dallas Mavericks yesterday, but Kyrie wasn't playing.
Yeah, and they still won. They beat the Lakers without Kyrie, didn't they?
Yep. Kyrie got hurt the other night.
The New York Knicks. Been watching teams, you know.
Hey, I'm really concerned about the Knicks with losing Mitchell Robinson for 8 weeks, man.
Yeah,
that dude is a monster on the offensive boards, man.
That's a huge loss, man.
Yeah, they
huge loss.
They brought back old boy.
I mean, come on, man.
Taj Gibson.
They couldn't find somebody better than somebody better than Taj Gibson, man. This is ridiculous.
That's the relationship between him and Tibbs. That's the only
oh my
reason
God,
why.
That's ridiculous.
That's the only reason why.
I believe they should have went to the G League and found something better than that. So
for sure,
that's what Tibbs does. Go ahead.
Cleveland Cavaliers would be the last team in the I guess we'll call them the tier 3 playoff teams. Cleveland. Tier 4 is the play-in teams at this point in time that we believe would be play-in teams. Indiana, New Orleans, Sacramento. I think they should be at higher by the end of the year, and the Clippers will probably stay right where they're at in the Miami Heat. So, but
I agree with that.
I would go Sacramento would probably be in the higher tier by the end of the year. And boy, I'm not sure about Indiana. So that the style of play take them there. So okay, teams looking to make the play-in. This is number 18, and they're all in order. So we got the Houston Rockets, Brooklyn
I agree with
Nets,
that.
Golden State Warriors, and Atlanta Hawks. All teams that are looking to make it in, and we throw in the Toronto Raptors. Out of those teams, I think maybe Golden State will probably move up. Atlanta is weird. Trey Bag is nice, man. That kid can play, man. But
yeah, but the thing the thing is with Atlanta, man. I don't know, man. Like something's off with Trey Young, man. Like as far as I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think he's coachable, guys.
Yeah.
The guy is getting he's getting coaches left and right fired.
This is his third coach, right?
It's his third. It's his third coach, and now they're still struggling.
Sound like David Tepper.
They're still struggling, right? Like I actually believe what's going to happen with them, right? I really think they're going to look to move him.
I think they've been every time they've
been talking about that for a while.
Yeah,
they
talk about moving John Collins. They actually talking about moving him.
You know? Right, and I think if they continue to struggle, I think they're going to break this team up. I think Clint Capella is a player that look for him at a trade deadline to go somewhere, maybe to a New York, maybe to go back to Houston, and because they're looking for rim protection, and to back up Sengun, and there's rumors that he would like to go back to Houston, and he wouldn't mind backing up Sengun, and could he still get his 25, 27 minutes? So look for them to be to be making deals at the trade deadline if they continue to struggle. But Trey, there's something off with him, man. I mean, he's a talent, not taking anything away from him, but I thought him and Murray were gonna blend more. Yeah, Hunter really doesn't give you much. I mean.
So I think them, right, and I think Chicago Bulls are going to have. This is the lowest group is of course the Bulls.
Oh, that's a fire sale. That's gonna happen with them.
That's gonna happen, and I think Levine and what's buddy from
Chicago's awful, bro.
DeRozan.
That's another one.
Those are two dudes that I think
and Vooch.
Any team and Vooch
absolutely and Vooch. Yeah, and Vooch.
Any team that's close, like
absolutely.
Real. Memphis, I think they'll get. They got so down on their own guy Dylan Brooks, and then they lost Smart, and we'll see with them losing Ja for 25 games what happens when he comes back.
I
look like how they feel.
I think they dug themselves too big of a hole to come out of. To be honest,
I don't think this year is going to get anything.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a wash year for them.
You got Charlotte Hornets, not out.
Oh man, yeah. LaMelo just can't stay healthy, man.
Yeah. Portland Trailblazers have pieces. They just I'm not sure.
No, they're just young. They're just young. And I gotta say one thing about Portland. I'm very disappointed in Scoot. I thought Scoot was gonna be balling.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I'm like, man, he's gonna get all this usage. Like I was watching the game, on the league pass, and I barely even knew he was even out there.
Yeah, I don't know if Chauncey is not letting him go.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point, DA.
And then you got Washington that sucks, and San Antonio is going to be there at some point. And the aforementioned Detroit Pistons are the worst team in the NBA. So
the comments was saying, what about the Lakers? Had a couple people.
The Lakers, they're in a playoff tier. They have them ranked at 8 in the league, which is not bad. At this point in time, it's a everyone knows what it is with the Lakers. It's the injury.
It's all on AD. If AD plays dominant, they're a top team in the league. If he plays dominant, but he doesn't give it to you all the time, or he's hurt, a lot of the time. It's all on AD. We know what LeBron's gonna give you. At this point, we kind of know what Austin Reeves is gonna give you. You know what I'm saying? But is AD going to be dominant? And if he's dominant, they have a chance to win.
Yeah, you don't know if he's even going to be
correct. But that's the thing, exactly.
On the court, because he's, and if he's hurt, then LeBron can't do it on his own. LeBron knows that. So Reddish and those guys are not going to be the ones to pull it up. But they will get him a few games during the year, and I do not think the Lakers are a bad team. I think they will be there towards the end. So
that's the DA with the NBA power rankings. We appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much for that. We have run out of time here, man. What a great show, man. What a great show. I don't have no applause right now, man, but what a really good spirited show. It's always spirited with my main man. Anytime I call him, he comes through. Ryan De Souza, man.
Got y'all, bro.
Our NBA insider, our contributor. He's all that when it comes to NBA. He comes through and really
he throw it down on the baseball. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Ryan throws it down. Ryan throws it down.
Everything. Everything.
Pushing horse racing or whatever. Ryan got you, man. So,
man, my dad got a horse racing at Gulfstream this weekend.
See, look at that. See,
yeah.
Yeah. Man, shout out to all those in the comments. Before we get on out of here, man, we're gonna have our parting shots. I'll start with the DA. DA, your parting shots for tonight, man. What you got for us, bro?
Sleep is good.
Okay. Well, thank you. Sleep is good. D-Dub, what you got for us? Where did he go?
Oh.
D-Dub.
Pause. Somebody said pause, right?
Oh, yeah, he probably did. D-Dub, yeah, he's gone. Okay, D-Dub dipped. Okay, I don't know what happened to him.
Sleep is good. Sleep is good for D2. Sleep is good for D.
Gotcha. Ryan, your parting shots, bro. Thank you again for coming through as always.
No problem, man. Sorry, my video wasn't working, man. So I hope if my audio was all right. But yeah, man. Yeah, thank you guys for having me, man. It's always good banter, good debating.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm you guys know me, I'm a ball of energy, man. I love the sports. I love what you guys are doing. I love the platform you guys have. You guys are constant. You guys are thorough. And much respect and much props to you guys, and continue to build, fellas.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate that, Ryan. Appreciate that, man. Shout out to my super producer, Junior, behind the boards, making everything do what it do, man. Thank you so much, my brother. He is our main man. He makes it happen. Appreciate that. Hey, special shout out. I know DA is like, why is this guy wearing this shirt? I want to shout out to my godson. Hey,
Sebastian,
man, he's playing down there with Jackson State, making it happen as a tight end, man. So shout out to my main man.
Keep playing.
Say that again.
I got my shirt too.
You got hey,
I got my Sebastian shirt too. Yeah.
I don't know Sebastian, but what I'm saying is, sir,
good kid, man.
If that's your dream, and you want to play professional football, it's been open for you. Because now you can transfer back up after a year. You bust some butt down here at Jackson State for a few years. Bust some butt. People will see your film. They'll watch your tape. They'll see what you do. And then
scouts everywhere.
You'll be right back up at Florida State in a year. So
if you're good, they'll find you, bro.
Yes, sir. They will. All right.
Yep.
Go get that money, sir.
No doubt, man. So shout out to him. Shout out to Sebastian, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for all those in the comments, man. The comments was crazy, man. I appreciate that. We had to even put it on the screen there as they was going back and forth. Appreciate all of you guys in the comments. Jason, Eddie, watch your mouth about my Knicks now. All right, bro. But shout out to all of y'all, man. Shout out to Corey.
You're not gonna get that.
Knicks got to make a trade, bro. They got to make a trade.
Yeah, we got to do something. We definitely got to do something, man. But I appreciate each and one of y'all that has watched also under the sound of my voice on the podcast side when you guys be listening to it, man. Thank you so much. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. On the YouTube side, make sure on the podcast side you hook us up and give us that 5-star. Where's my hand at? That 5-star review, man. As you listen to it, man. As Ryan says, we continue to grow and build this thing, man. We trying to do this. We love sports, as you can hear it. Hey, 90 minutes we talk this thing, man. Hey, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator for the DA. D-Dub, he had a dip. He's got to get up real early. For the DA, for our super producer Junior, for Ryan De Souza, our NBA contributor, for Dan in his absence, Dan the hockey dude in his absence, for Mike Mills, and also James the angry one. Warren, man, this is the Sports Chasers podcast, man. Y'all be good, y'all be blessed, man. And hey, check it out. We didn't get to football this week. 4th and short, Monday at 7:30 p.m. We're going to talk football. Talk about the NFL Week 15, man. Y'all get back at us on Monday. Have a great weekend. Peace.